Serious question, guys. Where should I travel to next? I really want to take another solo trip next month, mainly because it's my birthday month. It's freezing here. I know I live in California and I shouldn't be complaining, and I know there's a lot of natural disasters going on right now and I feel really bad. I also am just getting like cabin fever, which I don't know. I feel like when you get the travel bug, you immediately need to keep going with it, which is so hard because I want to be content. I know when we see online, we see people that are like, oh, I'm just traveling the world, and like, I started like a 1 week trip to Thailand, but now I somehow ended up in the Maldives and I'm here teaching a class or something like that. I look at those people and sometimes I'm like, oh, like they're just so brave. Like, how are they able to just pack up and go like last minute notice and do all those things? Like, mentally, that's what I want to be on, you know? Like, I want to be like, okay, everything's gonna work out. Even if it doesn't work out, like, I'm still gonna do it regardless. But for me, I'm kind of a type A person, I guess. I don't know. Like, we plan, we don't plan. Like, I'll have a plan. I like knowing that I know where things are gonna be, if that makes sense. So if like I need to get to an emergency room, or if I need food, transportation, like I know where to go, I know who to call. Because for me, I don't know, I know how to handle certain situations. Like, ever since I dropped my last phone, where's she at? Hold on one second. I was on a work assignment for the YMCA in Colorado and Estes Park. I think I pronounced it wrong on my ad, but people were so nice about it that they didn't even really care. But anyways, I was in the middle of Rocky Mountain National Park and taking pictures, blah, 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 boo, boo, all that fun stuff. And my phone fell face down. You know the rest by Ludacris, like literally face down, ass up. And it's funny because like I'm looking at it now and you can barely see, I guess, like the cracks and stuff on it that I did see before. But anyways, the whole thing shattered. Like the screen was just like blinking and everything. And it's funny because I had my GPS on, like when the time that it broke, and literally that's all I heard and everything like that. But we'll get into like that travel horror story whenever. But essentially I just didn't have a GPS. I had no way of navigating around Colorado and things like that. T-Mobile was 2 hours away from where I was. Like, I tried to go to like the visitor center and like ask them for directions, and they're just like, oh, like we don't really know how to do that. And like it was just like a lot of barriers and stuff. I even like pulled over to this motel where it was kind of reminds me of like The Hills Have Eyes kind of thing, or like, I don't know, it just Texas Chainsaw type stuff. And I still went because I was like, I need directions. Like, I'm being turned around and looped around. But eventually like I found out where I need to go. My point being, I just like to know where things are. But then I also like spontaneity. I know that it will work out. I know it'll be fine. I remember the first time that I took an international trip by myself, it was to Costa Rica. I was feeling the same way that I'm feeling right now, and that trip turned out to be like incredible. I was just like, oh my gosh, this thing's gonna work out. Like, what's it gonna be like? Why am I so nervous? And I think I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling right now. It's because I want like 3 different big life things to happen while I'm doing that, and in my head it will work out as perfectly as it will. I think it's just January scaries, guys. It's just January scaries. I'm drinking like an iced like latte. It's like a cold brew thing. And what I like to do is not dilute it, but I'll put like another milk on top of it so it's not as strong, because like I get migraines pretty bad. But anyways, it's cold and it's like 45 degrees outside, and I just came back from a walk and it's a cold drink. So it's just kind of funny. I need cold drinks to feel something, I guess, but who knows, whatever the case may be. It's not always super easy when you're booking a solo trip, and at least for me, like it's not always like, yeah, I'm gonna do this right now, plan it, because you're always kind of like, oh, like, am I getting the right deal on a flight? Am I having enough, you know, to even go in the first place? Like, is my budget intact? Yeah, if anybody's going to Baja and they have extra room in their car, maybe I might be able to come and we can figure it out or something like that. I can help pay for gas and food and stuff. I do really want to do Baja one year, like in the van. I think for me, it's just like in situations that some people share about getting pulled over and just like negotiating and doing things like that, like I feel like I'll freak out. I need somebody with me to like navigate those situations. I mean, granted, they're not as bad as they may seem. New Zealand, Baja. I also would love to go to Italy, but if I were to travel somewhere like within the States, I think I was thinking about maybe like New Mexico or something like that. Also Mexico City. I've heard really great things about that. Like there's this one Black woman, she's a traveler, and I think she actually moved to Mexico City, and it looks freaking awesome. Like I was watching her blog and I was just like, how can I be like you? How can I like do like all these cool things and stuff like that? So representation matters. Very awesome when you can see people, you know, like different race, gender, ethnicity, sexuality, ages. It's so nice to share your experiences because you never know who you'll be touching, like who will connect with you. So this is going out to anybody out there. Like share your story, please. We need to hear it. So those are my top places. Yeah, I guess you just kind of get to see like my pre-travel anxieties right now of just like me wanting to do so many things. And I'm so grateful to be here in this point in my life where I have the time and the privilege to be able to have this type of option where I'm like, oh, where do I want to go to next? Like I can afford it. Like I have the time to do it. Like I have somewhere to come back home to. Like it's kind of a rare thing, you know, like I don't have to compromise with anyone at this moment given in time. It's kind of nice. And so I want to take advantage of it for as long as I can. I think it was like my cold drink or something, guys. Comment below and tell me where you think that I should solo travel to next. By the time I upload this video, I am going to try to have the place already booked, but I just love to see like what you think or where you think I should go. If you have any recommendations for any of the areas that I listed out, like let me know, like what you liked, what you didn't enjoy. I want to know it all. If you are curious about solo traveling, whether you're in a relationship or not, and you want the challenge in 2025, be sure to check out my series on how I went from being afraid of sleeping alone to traveling the world alone. It's 3 different episodes. Really cool. You get some Ashland lore. Ooh, you get my lore, guys. Which I'm like, I hope I don't have to go back and delete that like later. You get to learn how I started traveling solo, which might kind of surprise you because it's not really a conventional way. Like, don't worry. It's not like parents gave me money. Like, they're not funding this. It's all about me. And some solo travel safety tips. I'm thinking about doing something about like budgeting and stuff. But again, like I noted in this video, like I'm kind of bad at budgeting because I like to treat myself. But we make it work. You know, we do all those fun things. So help me figure out where I'm going to go travel to in a few weeks. And let me know if I'm insane for even thinking that I can pull something off like this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And I hope you enjoyed just like my scattered mind of me trying to process and trying to think of where I want to travel to next. And thank you for helping me to figure it out. See you soon, guys. Is this thing on? I'm at my place filming. Hopefully we'll figure out the angles.